Hi, in this video, you're going to learn about the details for the My Writing Introductory activity. Click here to access the document that I'm going to be going over. So in this assignment, you are essentially going to write 300 to 500 words reflecting on your own name, its origins, and the feelings that you have about your name. This document will help you organize your ideas, brainstorm, and essentially write your reflection. So here are the things that you want to consider as you are writing your reflection. What is the linguistic or national origin of your name? Essentially, where does your name come from? What does your name mean in its original language? You might need to look that information up. Why did your parents choose it? You might need to ask your parents if you don't know that information. Was it a relative or an ancestor's name? If so, what do you know about that person? Do you have anything in common? Were you named after anyone or anything else other than your family? If so, do you know anything about that person or that place or that thing that you were named after? And do you have anything in common with that person or place? So, for example, my son's name is Brooks Nash. His first name, Brooks. My husband and I chose his name because we love Garth Brooks. So we decided that we would use his name for our son. And then his middle name is Nash, and that's after Nashville, the place in Tennessee that we love to visit. So that's essentially the origin of his name. I could look up his name meaning, and I could include that information if I was writing about him. And then the second part of your writing is essentially going to be that feeling. How do you feel about your name? Do you like it? Why or why not? Do you go by your birth name, or maybe you go by your middle name or a nickname or something else? And if so, why? Has anyone ever commented on your name? What did he or she say, and how does that comment make you feel? Think about Sandra Cisneros. Think about the feelings that she has about her name. She doesn't necessarily love her name, and she doesn't feel like it fits her. So you kind of want to explore those feelings. Do you feel like your name fits you? Do you feel like you wish you had a different name? Does your name cause people to treat you in a particular way? Do you ever wish that you were called something else? Is your name common, or is it unique, and is it difficult to say for some people? So think about those sort of things. Do you feel the meaning of your name is appropriate to your personality? Why or why not? And if you could change your name, would you? Why or why not? And if you would want to change your name, what would you want to change it to? And why would you want to change it to that particular name? Think about Sandra Cisneros and how she wishes that she could change her name, and the names that she chooses specifically um, in the writing piece. As you're writing, I want you to think about how you can add similes, metaphors, maybe some images, repetition to your writing. Think about how Sandra Cisneros uses those pieces of figurative language to convey her idea. If your name were a color or a day of the week, or even a car, a tree, a flower, an animal, or a feeling or a sound, what is associated with your name? I want you to include those details in your writing to help paint a picture for us, the reader, to truly understand where your name comes from and how you feel about it. Make sure that you review Sandra Cisneros' piece as you're writing your own particular reflection to help guide you as you're writing. So when you're ready to write, after you've spent some time answering those questions and brainstorming, you're going to click Next. You're going to click here to submit the assignment. Before you submit your assignment or even begin writing, I want you to make sure you spend a few moments looking at the rubric. Notice that organization is 10 points. How you are organizing your thoughts. Do you have an effective intro, a middle, and a conclusion? Do you have nice transitions? Do you have carefully selected varieties of sentences? Notice that Sandra Cisneros uses a couple of fragments strategically. You might choose to do that. Do you have precise vocabulary? Grammar conventions. Do you have a sophisticated and consistent command of what you should be expected to write in junior English? Little need for editing. Make sure that you reread your writing before you hit submit, that you don't have any big grammar punctuation errors. And then the bulk of the rubric or the points for this assignment come from the content, the origins and the feelings about your name. So you want to be thoughtful of truly explaining where your name comes from and thoughtfully and effectively explaining how you feel about your name. So when you're ready to write, you're going to click this button right here. Make sure that you delete this first line and type a title, and then you may delete this portion as well and begin typing. Make sure that you indent your paragraphs and reread your writing before you hit submit. Thank you for watching this video. Email with questions.